Hey y'all, hey, it's your girl Ava Cherie. How y'all doing today? I hope your day is going well. I had to get on real quick because I was asked a couple of questions. Been out in the community, providing resources. I've been on my different platforms, making sure my links are up to date for people to get help. But I wanted to say this whole SNAP benefit thing, when you believe and have faith, when you've been somewhere, when you had nothing, when God made a way out of no way, when you was raised on that, when you seen it exemplified in your household, when your parents and grandparents and them and your aunties and your uncles taught you how to do little with much, you don't have sleepless nights when an organization or state agency or government agency is governing how they gonna penny pinch and crumb you your benefits. I say that someone asked me, how did you make it with 4 kids? Weren't you on benefits? The times I had to use benefits in between the 28 plus years of me working and successfully completing grad school, it was because I had 4 kids with no child support, zilch. And what I needed help with was the Medicaid, because my check would have been zero and we would have been homeless because of the copays if I took my job's insurance. I couldn't afford to. I also got help with purchaser's care, which is daycare. My every other week bill for 4 children from the time we moved here and they were daycare age, school age, it was $800 every other week from out of my pocket, and the rest the state paid. That was my copay. $800 every other week, 4 kids. I mean, that's cheap if you break it down. Every 2 weeks, that's about $200 per kid. But I had 4. That was on me. That wasn't on the government. That was on me and my children's fathers. That wasn't helping. That was on me to get the job done, to keep my job. So my children didn't even know they were getting a subsidy, because you don't live like you subsidize. You live like it's a stepping stone, what it's designed to do. It's the help that the unsupporting parent, the one that's not doing their part, that help is supplementing the one that bailed, and the one who don't even acknowledge the kids that's living their life. That's what temporary assistance is for. It's called TANF. Temporary assistance for needy families. Come on now, let's preach about it. When things happen, you have some type of supportive services in place that you're eligible for. Come on now, that can aid and assist us. It's only going to give you the poverty level line limit. Okay, it ain't gonna be okay. I go to work, my check was $1,200. The state should match me, or the government should match me $1,200. Child, that ain't gonna never happen. If you worked a full-time shift and then the next week you worked overtime because you needed a little money, child, if you took that into one of them human services agencies with that overtime on that check, you ain't getting it. They gonna say you disqualified because you made too much the second week of October, child. Although they know your base pay is well under the poverty line. You better go back when you have a regular paycheck when you apply for benefits. I've told everybody that. So yes, I have had to reach out and get supportive services. I paid taxes. I paid my way. My children never grew up as welfare kids. My children never felt the subsidy. You got to teach them how to be fishermen. My mama said, have rice, potatoes, and bread in your house and you'll never go hungry, because that's the kind of starch to stick to your stomach so your stomach won't touch your back. You got to teach them how to transition with the times, because it ain't about EBT. It ain't just about Trump or the government or the shut. It's not just about that. This is how you live. You live by faith. You make it work. You foresee the future. You foresee on the forecast that there's some troublesome times coming. So you put the armor on of, what do I need to combat this battle? Because there's always going to be a battle. Come on now. There's always going to be a battle. Food banks are always open year round, not just for the shutdown. So all these people running around, kids, they have 6 and 7 and multiple children. I had 4. And let me tell you, you have to use preventative measures all day, every day. This ain't a sometime situation. This is an all-time situation. What are you going to do to pivot and shift that when economy falls, when a recession happens, when a shutdown happens, that your house ain't going to collapse? Amen? And all of my children are self-sufficient, and all of my children are able-bodied and working. None of my children has ever had to go through what I did. And they always say it's generational cycles of such and such. My daughter ain't got 4 kids. Ain't none of my kids got 4 kids. My daughter ain't even a mother. And my sons who didn't have a father are the most amazing fathers on the planet. Amen. God's love and God's peace to you all. We ain't no statistics over here, baby. Let's go.